What is up, all you Pokemon collectors out there? Hope you guys are having a great Monday. And on every Monday, we have our Market Watch Mondays where I throw a few sealed products at you guys, as well as some singles, and of course, cards in different languages. This Monday has some absolute bangers. So with that all being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so this is a card that I personally don't have in my collection quite yet. I will be getting this in Japanese, not in English, but it is something to look at this week where we've seen a lot of these alt arts go, you know, gain a solid 20-30% even on today's list. But as we can see right here in the, look at the 1 month chart on this. I mean, we've gone from 146 to most recent sale at 185. And this is a card that's just been sitting there for quite some time. It says there's a lightly played hollow. TCG player needs to change this where they just have, you know, some random number up on the screen instead of like they should have a last sold. And I guess this is like the median price or the mean price. I understand that, but it's very confusing for the average Pokemon collector. But again, Silver Tempest is now officially out of stock on the Pokemon Center. Silver Tempest is now sold out on the Pokemon Center, and we all know what comes next. The rise of the alt arts, the rise of the sealed product, and everything in between. So it's going to be a very interesting time for Silver Tempest. I've been telling you guys to pick up Silver Tempest for at least a year. And it's time. It's officially time where we see the growth. This uptick is going to happen real fast. We can't just have the top card from Silver Tempest on today's list. Of course, we're going to throw in the sealed booster box. Most recent sale, this is a $140 booster box? No, it's going to be a $170. If we look at the lowest sale, $143, and highest sale, $190. Guessing maybe they threw in some pictures and it was a really crisp box. I have plenty of these Silver Tempest booster boxes. Is my biggest position. I absolutely love this set. And for me, when I first got into Pokemon investing, I just wanted to invest in stuff that I like looking at for a long period of time back there. And I really enjoyed opening Silver Tempest. It's cool because I had the trainer gallery, and of course there's that huge hit, the Lugia, and it's just a good booster box to look at, and the art on the box is amazing, and that just goes a long way for collectors like myself, investors like myself. And I think that a lot of people look over that aspect. You know, the art, does the booster box look good? Are collectors going to want to collect it and put that as a display piece? It's some things to definitely consider, because I consider myself a collector first, then an investor. So when I look at a box like this, it just brings me back to the end of Sword and Shield. I also love the booster pack artwork. I think it's the, out of all the Sword and Shield booster pack art, I think Silver Tempest is the best. My personal opinion. I love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. But Silver Tempest officially out. We are going to see this thing move, ladies and gentlemen. Next on our list is the Brilliant Stars booster box. This is one I have absolutely slept on, and it just keeps on rising, dude. I mean, we're seeing a little consolidation right here, a little dip to a consolidation. It's at the $200 mark. Let's just say that's safe. 170, 221 highest sale. If I could pick this thing up at 170, oh, it's an instant buy. I do need to go to some local card shows so I can try to talk them down, you know, to around the $170, $190 mark. I do want to pick this one up sub $200. I do want to have two of these at least. This is such a strong set in my personal opinion. I love the trainer gallery. My two favorite cards in the entire Sword and Shield era. Number one has to be, was the Charizard from Brilliant Stars. I think it's amazing. Fighting the Venusaur. I'm a Gen 1 guy. And then number two, the Glaceon V from Evolving Skies. They are neck and neck. And this, you know, Brilliant Stars booster box has my favorite card. So at $200, sub $200, I think it's an instant pickup. Do I recommend opening this for you collectors that are watching that aren't interested in the whole investing talk? I think you could still pop this bad boy open for 190 bucks. Again, I think it's going to be a rad collection piece, with Arceus being a very popular character. I mean, the Shaman on the top of the box is whatever. The Whimsicott on the side as well looks okay, but the Arceus is the main focus. I really wish that they would have just put a Charizard, the Charizard and like the Venusaur on this. I understand it doesn't fit to the theming, but Shaman, I don't know. Again, let me hear it in the comment section down below. And next we got the Charizard V-Star Secret Rare from same set, Brilliant Stars. I actually pulled this one, and this is one of my favorite rainbow cards in the entire Sword and Shield era. Probably might be my favorite rainbow card in the Sword and Shield era. I do like the, you know, it's not really a rainbow texture on the borders, but I don't know. It looks really, really good. I might even have 2 of these, but at $55, most recent sale $52, market price. I mean, this chart is all over the place as well. We're gonna look at that. I mean, it got popular, dropped, and then it's gonna get repopular. Maybe we see this uptick because of the new rainbow cards in Scarlet and Violet era. I always wonder what the current market, the current situation of those rainbow cards, the terrestrial rainbow cards that just came out, if those affect the thoughts and predictions of the market when it comes to these older rainbow cards. Something to think about. And I used to hate on these. I used to really not like the rainbow cards, but as I started to, you know, add little pieces to my collection, I was like, okay, the rainbow cards aren't that bad. They're pretty cool. Obviously the biggest one is the Rainbow Chukachu, which again, I'm not a giant fan of, but just Charizard V-Star for $55. It is an instant buy in my personal opinion. Next we have the top card in Brilliant Stars. This is the alternate art V, Charizard V. I pulled this one from a Costco tin, one of the best days of my life. I absolutely love this card. It is so fire. But again, regardless of my opinion, most recent sale $125, market price $180. Let's see what it's doing for the month. For the month, it's popping up almost 20%. That's significant for when it comes to this alt arts. I know Danny Phantom talked about in his last video about how he, that TCG player, the Black Friday, where you get 10% back. I think he had a feeling that had something to do with the uptick on a lot of these alt arts, because it seemed like a lot of these top cards were being, you know, bought out. It's just something interesting to see, and who knows if TCG player is going to continue to do that, if this is manipulating the market or causing any type of turbulence within the market. But going back to this card, one of my favorite cards. This is one I've been also telling you guys to purchase for years. Sub $100, and now it's pushing $200. I mean, where's it gonna stop? It's probably gonna stop around a $250 card. For our next pick, you knew that I had to throw a sealed product, something different than a booster box. I'm a huge fan of the figure collections. I think they're great to keep a long term. I think they look really cool displaying the figure and the packs. This collection box right here also has some Sun and Moon booster packs, Cosmic Eclipse. I do have 2 of these. I could say I got both of the artworks. I got the Palkia and Dialga, and then the Blastoise, and I think Piplup's on the cover as well. So it's a pretty awesome deal for $43, and I'm sure you could pick these up locally for, you know, sub $40. And yeah, this isn't one that we even need to look on the charts about, because these collection boxes, they pretty much just float. You know, they'll see some growth here and there, $1 or $2 every year. So if this is an investment for you guys, I say stay far away. I just like them because of the figure, and you get the alt art Arceus card. It looks beautiful. Man, I just had to throw this one on today's list because I love when the collection boxes were just this good. Now we just get the EX cards that, you know, are pretty much bulk, and I understand they're playable and they go towards the players, or they're towards the players. But man, can we just go back to the Sword and Shield, a block where we got an alt art and a figure? I mean, those are the best. I think they really missed the mark with that new Charizard box, like that big, yeah, I think it was like $100 Charizard box. Then it just comes with a Charizard EX. Even if it's an alt art, it's just a standard EX card. Just doesn't really sit well with me. I'm not gonna pay $100 for you know, a giant Charizard figure and a EX card. Nah, I'm good. And we had to throw the most recent set, the most poppin' set of the year 2024 so far. Oh, actually, this is it. Surgy Sparks, that's it. We're gonna get Prismatic Evolutions in next year. So yeah, this is it. So Surging Sparks, we had to throw one on today's list, and the Latias EX. This is a SIR for all you English collectors out there. $260. Most recent sale $234. I mean, this thing again, over that past weekend, I mean, it started to do some numbers. I mean, it says it's up 24% for the month, but you could tell from November, you know, we're at the high was 270. Pretty crazy for it. Do I think that these cards are just overinflated? Just, it's a real hot market, and for a card like this, it's a good card. Let me know if I'm tripping in the comment section down below. I think it's just it's a good art. It's not anything insanely special. It's not something that I would pick up at the, let's just say, $300 mark, close to. I'm going to make a video, maybe this week, probably this week, talking about the bubble. I did watch the Rudy from Alpha Investments video talking about the bubble of Pokemon. I think that it is about to pop in the next coming year. Or actually towards the end of the year, when all the sets are just released and done, going into Gen 10, once the Team Rockets, the Black and White, all that stuff, I mean, it just feels like it is a giant bubble. I mean, I see an overheated market when cards like this are close to $300, when there's a lot of alt arts from the Sword and Shield block that are still can't break 200, and I'd argue are more popular Pokemon, like the Charizard from Brilliant Stars. It can't crack $200, but you're trying to tell me the Latias EX can? I don't know, it seems like a little fishy. And then for our final pick for Surging Sparks is the Milotic EX. I think this card is the best card in Surging Sparks. The more I look at it, the more I like it. I kind of was sleeping on it when it first got like released, but as I watch people pull this card and it connects to the Feebas underneath, absolutely gorgeous. And it's just, oh man, I really want to pull this card, and I do want it in Japanese. I don't want it in English. And it seems like I missed the train in English. If you did want it, $150, up 30. Let's just say we're around up 40%. Most recent sale, $150. I mean, this thing is pumping. This thing is going to the moon, and it's a beautiful card. You could pair this with the Phoebus, and you put them side or one top, one bottom. I think it looks such an amazing display piece. I mean, the artist just absolutely just crushed this card. I can't say enough good things about this card. And it seems like a lot of collectors feel the same way about this card. And lastly, we're gonna have the card that came out of nowhere, the Bubble Mew. I love this art, and I was preaching that this art was better than the Charizard since the beginning of the set. Paldean Fates is a tough set to open, just because there's so many hits and it's tough to pull, you know, the Mew. I really love opening Paldean Fates and Shiny Treasures EX. I did pull the Gardevoir first try, first pack from Paldean Fates, and I don't open too much English. But this card right here, I really regret not picking this up at the $100 mark. But I do have an alternative for all you art collectors out there. This thing has pumped overnight crazy. I mean, this chart is insane. 135%. I swear it was just at like 150 last week. And then boom, we're all the way up here. Most recent sale, $250. And this thing is going to be a $300 card very soon. It deserves to be a $300 card. The art is very unique, very simple. Mew is a very popular Pokemon, and it's a shiny Mew. We all love shiny Mew. This one is going to the moon. Do I recommend that you guys scoop this one up at 275, 300, 250 even? It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I don't believe that it's gonna go up, you know, another $100 anytime soon, but it could be absolutely wrong. And like I said, and I just did a live chat with one of my friends, Jodo Jake. I'm gonna leave that right around here. But I always said, if you think this card is worth $500, $400, $250. Pay the $250 and just don't look back. Don't look at the charts. If you really want this card, just pick it up, and it is what it is. We all value cards at a different price, and what I think I would pay $250 is not what you guys would pay $250. I don't think this one is coming down anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. I think this one is going to float. A quick side thought that I just had. I wonder if now, when we're in the Scarlet and Violet era, and in this back end with all these big cards coming up, is this the new price are these alt arts the new price for, you know, these newer cards? Is the $300 mark now, you know, what Sword and Shield era was at $100? We don't know. We see what the Surging Sparks Pikachu is doing, you know, at $500. Is that the new prices now going into the, you know, into the back end of the era? Just because, you know, MSRP is higher, so we gotta assume that everything is higher. But something to think about, and I'd love to hear what your guys' rebuttals, and yeah, leave them down in the comment section down below. And then the same card in Japanese. You guys know how I feel about Japanese cards. Absolutely love them. I haven't got to see these cards together or to compare them, but I will. I will very soon. I haven't gone to my local LGS. I'm almost 100% sure they'll have both of these that I can compare them to. But yeah, I opened up a ton of Shiny Treasures EX. I have another one to open probably next week. Such a fun set to open. You just I've opened probably 4 or 5 boxes. Link that video right around here. And I haven't pulled like doubles of the shiny, baby shinies. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, $95. Pretty much what they're going for. I mean, I was seeing last sold for like 80. And if you're just an art guy like myself, you want to own the Bubble Mew, here it is. Japanese, 80, $95. It is an instant buy, in my personal opinion, at sub $100. This thing, I think that if we see the Bubble Mew in English go to $400 mark, $350, you're gonna see this one at $150. I mean, there is, as much as I have a lot of English viewers on this channel saying that, you know, Henry, you know, you're on an island of your own, that people just want to collect English, blah blah blah. I know that there is a lot of collectors like myself that are being priced out of English and are looking at more affordable options. I did get a bunch of simplified Chinese booster boxes and more Korean booster boxes to open for the channel. It even seems like those cards are starting to get a little bit more pricey as time goes on. And again, I think that more people are starting to look at more affordable options for their collections. As much as we are in a little bubble, no pun intended, in our community, that English is the only thing to collect and that we need to have these cards graded in a PSA 10, and that the world is going to scoop up all these PSA 10 Bubble Mews. We are such a small minority of what the actual collecting hobby is. There's so many people like me that just want to, you know, have a card like just out in the open. There's people that just want to throw them, not even in a top sleeved binder, just throw them right into a normal binder and just collect the cards. There's a lot of just simple collectors out there. It doesn't have to be this like high level collecting of just a top alt arts or top PSA 10 cards. There's a lot of, you know, people that just want to open some packs, have some fun with their family or friends, stuff like that. So if you're one of those people, Bubble Mew, Japanese, $85, $95. So that's going to be the video, everybody. If you guys could, I appreciate it. Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Let me know if I left one of your favorite picks on this Market Watch Monday. And until next Monday, I catch you guys with more awesome, fresh new picks. Peace out.